Hello, welcome. It's your girl V from Drinking Tea with V, and today I am not alone in this best place to be. So we're gonna welcome our special guest. You wanna say hi?
Hello.
but so tell the people who you are. You wanna use an incognito name? You wanna use your real name? You wanna use a governmental? Or you gonna go with a
I know Bagala.
nickname? You know,
Do you know
Makala.
Bagala?
Um, this is an Ido geval. In any case, this is our let's see what you call. Oh, vision board attendee numero uno, and yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about we're going to do just a mid-year check-in on the vision board event that has taken place. So, but before we get into all that, girl, how you been? How you doing?
Good.
You good?
Despite all of the crazies in 2020, we doing good.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, how you been going through this whole Roni situation? Roni, we don't want you to stay here now.
I hope Rona listen, cause yeah,
We want Auntie Rona to stay here on this visit too long.
she
Bye,
done
Auntie.
overstay her welcome long time.
Yeah, because we all tired. We tired. We
Trust me.
tired. But
I've
yeah,
been working, so as long as I working and it's good.
true. Keep your mind off the
Popular
situation.
because you ain't have that option anymore, so I glad to be working in between.
True.
Well, actually, throughout the whole thing, actually, I never did stop working, so that's a good point.
That is good. You had no job situation issues. But you see,
Nothing.
you're an essential worker, so you are essential. Some people ain't essential.
According
But
to,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
according to Auntie Rona, who just out here just. But anywho, let's we have some tea today. You have your tea too.
yes, I do.
Cheers! 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 We're gonna drink on this. This is juice tea, by the way, because we feeling tropical. As you can see, as maybe you can't see. Oh yes, short sleeve. And actually, in this, I'm feeling hot right. I'm feeling hot right now. But let's drink to Auntie Rona leaving.
Goodbye. Toodaloo. Don't come back.
Don't come back. No wave one, wave two, wave none. Bye. Okay. So anywho's. Auntie Rona been here. So let's try give it a positive spin. What are the top two or three lessons that you had from Auntie Rona's visit?
Two or three.
Yeah,
Healthcare is one.
self care. What about self care?
Yeah, taking care of yourself because a lot of us come to realize now because of this that we ain't been doing a good job of that. Or we tend to slack off, make sure everybody is good, and we over here dying a slow death. No. So self
True,
care.
true. You mean in the physical
Like
sense?
on
You
all
mean
levels. So like not just maybe treating yourself a little Burger King or a piece of chocolate cake or whatever. Those things too, but I mean making sure you're good, like you're okay, like mentally, physically, those type of things, checking off the boxes, so to speak.
okay, okay.
So self care is definitely a big one because there's a thought that you might get sick because of something else that you have going on that might not seem like a big deal. That yeah, if you don't wake up yet, hey, you're up now.
Hello, welcome.
Hmm.
For
So
real,
that was
for
a
real.
big thing for me because I have the tendency to be going, and then you tend to forget about yourself, or you're the last person on a list. You're on the list somewhere, you just never come around to it. That type of thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
self care, that's a big one for me.
Churro.
And it was on my vision board, but actually when I think back on it, it wasn't that big of a point for me. I had it there, but it was a small
You see,
little.
even though even at least you had it progress. You had it there.
That's true.
You
I
had it
just need to
there.
make it a bit bigger so I
Yeah.
could focus on it a little bit more. But self
True.
care is a big, big deal, like on a next level.
But what's been keeping you sane throughout this whole thing?
Combination of things. Staying in contact with the people close to me or checking up on other people, that's something I already used to do before Rona.
Mm-hmm.
That some of us tend to take for granted, but that's something I just do because I don't know if you're good unless I could hear your voice or really speak to you. So that I've gone on level 10 now. So I
True.
used to do it
Checking in.
already, and now I was really checking on a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
just to hey, how you doing and like not the you're good, okay, all right, nah, what
Now
going
those
on?
like, oh
So,
yeah, how you?
children.
Those how you that
Yeah, those quick,
the how
those
you
quick
as
little
in
things.
the drive by how you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I ain't necessarily waiting for your answer because I hope your answer is yeah, good man. And then we go, okay, yeah, cool, cool,
And
okay,
if you
bye.
for whatever reason answer differently, I don't know what to answer. No, I ain't that person.
Yeah. You'd be
I
like
would never
skirks,
home.
or you
I
start
did
hearing
never
like or you
know.
start hearing like the crickets just going like click 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 click. What am I supposed to do with
Yeah,
that
I
now?
was never that person. I always the person
Yeah.
that is ask more questions until I feel like I get a decent answer enough to know kind of assess what's going on.
Mm,
And then like
true.
the yeah, for better lack of what you call like what you say a drive by. Hello. No.
Yeah.
Check up on
The
people, see what
politically correct how use just
yeah.
like that. I feel like maybe I think it's a combination of both because it's like the politically how you is like okay I just wanna have said it to be like hey how you yeah cool okay
It's
yeah
also
next
another box you're checking off oh well, did I ask how so and so was doing? Oh yeah, done.
yeah yeah how
But
your
you
mom how
didn't
your
really
dad how you
find
this
out
how you
how
that
so and so was doing. That's my
yeah
point. That connection ain't really there because we get so
used to being
uh like what you say that I think the word drive by was just good because like I hit and run, come in,
yeah
tick, and then gone. Like you don't do nothing. Like what you do? The person actually had a conversation with you. They actually tell you something. If they tell you something, what you say?
mm,
Okay,
true.
and just keep it moving. Ah no. So that's a big thing.
I just want all the tea. I just be like, yeah, girl, yeah, yeah. Tell me, give me some more, give me some more, yeah.
Yeah, but we had
Not the tea as in newsy tea, but I want to know how you're doing and like if something going good, yeah, what's going good, like share with your friend, that type of thing.
yeah, but the thing is, I like this. It is a possible chance you're gonna be like, okay, cool, or things might be actually going good. 9 times out of 10, it ain't going good. So I always ready for the answer. And if it
Mm,
comes, then we go from there. If it don't come, that's also good. Then I contented that okay, that person good, so no, I know I could check in on them a little later and they're gonna be okay.
yeah,
But in between the time that you're checking on them the last time and you know much things could happen in a couple of hours.
that is very much true. Trust,
Right.
because sometimes right now when the phone rings, I'm like, you take a deep breath and be like, especially depending on
Mm-hmm.
the phone number, you'll be like,
Depending on where it
okay,
coming from.
hello,
It is.
but yeah.
And that's all over the last few months that they say no. It ain't no. After a while, every time the phone make a sound, you're like, just shut up. You look at it on the side, like you're side eyeing the phone, like if you make one sound, like
Oh my
mm,
goodness. But so you mentioned the vision board. You were one of the vision board, honorable vision board attendees. So
again.
tell me, what was your favorite part of the vision board event? The drinking tea with the vision board event, to be
I
exact.
actually like making it because I'm a kid at heart, so I like doing artwork and those type of things. So it would kind of fall
Hmm.
under that, and I
The
kind of
arts and
like that.
crafts.
And
Get
then
your
we had
hands dirty.
my little munchkin was along too, so I enjoy watching him do his own.
Yeah,
So
you
that
would
was
have
great.
really thought that he was one of the big ones in there. The way how he talks sometimes is like,
Oh, you thought he is one of the big ones? Man, talking about becoming a chef and all kind of thing. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, true, true.
I'm like,
You know,
okay.
listen, you know, it was one of my proudest moments as of late. Um, if y'all don't know, we family. But anyways, so one of my proud for those who don't know, but anyway, so the kid. So one of my proudest moments actually to date is like hearing him say like, "Oh yeah, remember when you were working and you were at this place and blah blah blah." So now he doesn't equate me working as being at somewhere, but wherever I am and I'm doing what I'm doing,
Yeah,
that is work.
understand
Or
it
he
better
would
now.
say, or I would have certain conversations with the kid, and he would say like certain things like, "Oh yeah, and I want to put money aside for this and that, and I have to work towards this, or maybe I can get a job, or maybe I can start my own business." I was like,
Or he did just flinging
"It's
in these
working,
random little
it's
things inside
working."
there, like, Mama, when we get a pool and when we get a bigger house. And I was like, yeah, go on with your bad self.
I was like, I
Yes.
like how you think, because it was like we were
When I
talking about the
forget,
whole
you
house
just
with the
remind me.
pool. Yeah, he's a good
I
reminder
forget, you
because
just remind me.
that the famous house on the vision board. It was like, yeah, we need a pool. Da, da, da. I was like, yeah, yeah, sure. I'm like
I
high
was
five to
thrown
that. And
off a
then
couple of
when
days ago.
well, yeah, so Tanti, when we get in this house with the pool, cause like it really hot, it would really come in handy right now. Like
Yep.
like in my current reality, that is not the case. So I was like, hello, sorry, excuse me. And I was like,
No, but
oh yes, vision board,
that's the
yes.
part. No, but that's the fun part because he a kid, so he ain't thinking just about what going on now. He thinking about, yeah, if I
This is
could
what I
get
want. This is what I want,
we
and
just
this
we
needs to be
when we
like
get
here
older, we
now.
boost that a little bit more and get stuck in the here and now. Well, sometimes he just
Mhm.
shock me straight up about it.
Yeah, and the car situation too. But
Yeah, I like that he just do that.
yeah, that's really
He's
good.
my
It's
reality check sometimes.
true or vision board check.
He say some things.
No, because
Listen,
he tends to look at my vision board and like, what about this? What about that? And
mm,
yeah, and I saw this and I was
don't worry,
thinking,
I'll return the favor.
yes,
You remember, you say, come, look at this thing, come, you see, look at there. Remember that?
you wanted to be a
Oh,
chef.
yeah.
How about train on this breakfast?
Chef,
How about this lunch?
police, fireman, all these things that it just came right back to it. 'Cause it's stuck right by his door.
Yeah.
He can't get away. He get up, he
Mm.
going in, he coming out, it right here.
True,
Mm-mm-mm.
true, true.
Oop.
So what did you think could have been better about the vision board event?
Mm, I think like venue wise, I did really like the venue. I did like that we had enough room to do everything. And I think
Yeah,
maybe how to say it was more of a time crunch thing. I feel like it was
some
still,
more time.
yeah, we needed more time so that people could have had more time to prep for it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Still felt like
Because it
everybody
was
was
it
kind
was
of
3 hours.
unsure of what they had to do and thing. When they reach it's like
Yeah,
then it's when it really become clear. So I
yeah.
think after the first one, after you do it once, then you got clearer idea as to what you're doing. Because people is always talk about vision boards and say these things and you breeze
Not
over it.
really have made it
Everybody think
before.
they know, no, but everybody already think they know.
Mm-hmm.
That thing
Yeah.
from when you tell yourself, yeah, I got it in my head. I have it in my head. I know what I want. But then when you really get to the work and you
Ah,
start
yeah.
doing it, then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm missing a whole lot of stuff because no.
I want
So
this and I
once
want
you
that.
go through it already, I think once people
Mm-hmm.
go through it already, then they have a clearer idea. But I went in with the mindset that it will change anyway. So I didn't have that issue.
Uh-huh.
Nothing don't stay stable for me when it comes to planning. I always leave room for some whatever the life throw at you. So
True, true.
my
But
vision board was never meant to be stagnant. I didn't
it's an
change my
ever
mind.
evolving. It's
Yeah,
an
I
ever
just changed my
evolving
mind.
thing.
What might I want in January? I might not
Mm-hmm.
want to.
True.
That's just
Circumstances. But you know
fact.
what it is? I feel like um sometimes we equate certain things with our end goal while it's just a vehicle towards the end goal. So I feel like you could change vehicles and those things, the vehicles, quote unquote vehicles on your vision board can be changed, but your end goal stays the same.
That's true. But how to say that? You have to be able to identify that first. and a lot of us
True.
ain't there yet.
True.
We
You
don't know
have to
what we think
identify
about.
if it is
We have
actually
the
an end
idea
goal or if
sometimes.
it's a
Just
vehicle
know
to the.
you know what the end want. You know what you want the end to look like. That
Hmm.
whole process, a lot of us ain't even yeah,
But
ain't even that far.
do you feel like you do change the end goal as well, or do you change the vehicle to the end goal?
Depending on the person and what the end goal is.
True.
Because if you realize that what you first thought could affect your end goal, then of course you're going to change.
No, but
Because if
if you put your end goal on the vision board, but then you say, well, certain things change, da 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 da, it's liable to change anyways. Do you feel like your end goal changes as well too, or the vehicle to your end goal changes?
that depends on what is I aiming for.
Okay.
Because
Can
the
you give an
vision board ain't
example?
just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be several different goals that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So let me say you want to make your life better.
Mm-hmm.
But to do that for me or for a certain person, it takes, let me say, six different things. For
Mm-hmm.
each one of those things, if something changed, it have an effect on the rest. At least that's how I see it. In some cases, that might not be the case. So if I say I want to do something for my health, if I at the point when I start wasn't sick, but now I find out I am, that affects the end goal. Because you don't know how we're gonna look now. Because you now have to start a new process to deal with whatever it is you just find out. Understand?
Okay, true, true. But doing something on your health is still a bit vague because what I did also mention is making smart goals for your vision board. So if you wanted to like say um, if you wanted to work out more, let's say 3 times a week, but because of what you're doing now, you could only work out once a week. I feel like that could change, but then the end goal of working out would still be the same.
Yeah, but I was telling you, it's still
Okay.
based on what you're doing. That differentiates between the goal and the person and how they think about what is they plan to do.
Okay. Sure.
I can't give
I
a
feel like you're going a
definite
little bit
answer.
lower now. Can you
Oh,
come up a little bit? Yeah, good. Um, or maybe even like say maybe this is an even more specific thing. We're
uh-huh.
getting in details here, but I think this is really essential for the vision board effect. If you said like, okay, I want to run instead of working out, you specified even got even specific with the SMART goal. You said
Yeah.
I want to run 3 times a week for at least a half an hour. But now
Uh-huh.
your knee got hurt. So instead of running, if you had running on your vision board, and instead of running, you can now swim, then I guess it's still working
That's
out.
how
But
it changes.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Just
that's how I
just
say
the
is
act change.
yeah, the act change. So the vehicle towards your end goal. Your end goal is working out, becoming more fit. The vehicle was running, but now you change it to swimming.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like that.
Okay. But you could even change your end goal too, because sometimes we feel like some people feel like I thought I wanted a super huge house. I still want a sizable house. I thought I wanted a super huge house, but I'm like, nah,
You change your
unless
mind?
unless well for now, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
later on when I have somebody to hire to clean
Share it
the
with.
house. Yeah, when I have the budget to hire somebody to clean the house, then I don't mind the house being bigger. But if I have to clean the whole house myself, no, nah, boo, we good. We cool.
That's a good one.
That's hey, I'm
But
being
that's a
honest.
goal changing though.
Yeah, that is a goal change. That
Based
is
on
an
a
example of a goal
realization.
changing. Yes,
Yeah.
based on a
But that's what I
realization.
mean. That's what I mean by leaving room for things to change.
For
Because
error.
sometimes it ain't even that something happens. Sometimes it's just that you realize I ain't think I want anymore. Simple as
Yes,
that.
that
It's
is
your
true.
life and it's your vision board. Last I checked.
You could you could do what you want to do. What you
Exactly. I
I've always
reserve the right to change my mind at any time.
you reserve the right to do what you want with your life. You are the author. You can do what you want. So let me see. Have you made a vision board before?
I do
You
something
said.
close to it when I was doing my uploading. Well, actually, we did a couple of times, but we just never call it that.
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly under the term doelgericht werken and those type of things, and working
Mm-hmm.
smart also. But they
Yeah,
never call it a vision board. But I look, that's what you was doing.
that's what you were doing anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, because you were saying like one of the things to have bettered the event was more time, and I was wondering if that was for like more like first timers or just more time period across the board, even
No,
if
I
you've done
think
it before.
yeah, I think over if I just look at how it went, I still would have like an hour more.
Okay, so instead of 3 hours, like at least 4 hours,
Because
a
the
good
time went
half a
really
day.
quick.
Yeah, because when
Time
I was
went
counting
really
down, because when I kept the introduction short to I timed it actually. I was like, okay, 15 minutes. I want you guys to go get into it right away. Everybody was there on time.
and I
Well,
think
except one person, but everybody except one person was on time, and I kept the introduction to like 15 minutes, and then it
yeah.
will start. So then it was I guess looking for the materials that you want and all of that kind of stuff to
Because
still
that
took up
happened
time.
on the spot, huh?
Yeah, that happened on the
So
spot.
that took
That is
up
so
a
true.
little bit more of the time. So I figure maybe you
The
should
two
have like
hours and a
a
half.
warm up
Hmm.
to give you space to do that. So you
Yeah, that
could
was the warm
orient.
up. That was the warm up was that part. But then I'm looking at time, whereas we're talking about time crunch where that's concerned. The whole
Yeah.
event was 3 hours, but I guess working on the vision board was in the 3 hours that was
No.
allocated.
And I find
So
that should have been the case.
that's where we need more time. Okay, that's a good tip. Thank you.
That's the one thing I did really like because when we get in is like when everybody like gets seasoned into it, it's like then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's like we hear you start to call. Now we was like, wait a minute,
No, no,
wait
no, no,
a
no.
minute,
I was like, okay,
no.
we have like one more hour. Then I did
Yeah,
45.
and it feel all of a sudden like a drip, like time crunch. Like what happened?
I went to, yeah, 45, a half an hour, then 15. Then I really started to be like, okay, so we have
Yeah,
some,
then you really started to count down, and all of
yeah,
a sudden everybody started to be like, ah.
yeah.
But that was cool. Though. It was cool. They like
Okay,
that.
that's nice to hear. But you said you ended up doing it before. What led you to, did you do it outside of the school with the goal oriented working and stuff like that, or did it only stick to that? Did you do it outside of that as well?
Do what specifically?
The vision board, make a vision board.
Well, for the type of work or in different situations when I work in, I still just use a lot of the tips and tricks from my uploading. I do social work. So
Mm-hmm.
in between you just learn those different things. That smart thing is not new for me. We knew about I personally knew about those things already. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes we just don't say that that's what it is. It's so automatic for us
Mm-hmm.
that you tend to think in that form already. So when somebody says it's like, oh yeah. But for some of them who was there, it's like, oh, that would be smart for real. Like if I do that, that makes sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
the whole structure of that's something that has come not natural.
Okay,
Now, I mean, actually
but
before for the uploading, just give it a name, like a system. Then,
a system to work with. Okay,
yeah,
but what leads you in general to want to make a vision board?
I like visuals. At the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, I love to see stuff. I like to kind of see where I'm going. I like to have an idea because I just have a million and one ideas in this wonderful little brain of mine. And
Mm-hmm.
they always I could get all them out because I tend to move on so quick from one thing, even if it's in my head,
Uh-huh.
that it starts to get chaotic. So I
Too
normally,
crowded, too.
yeah, I write stuff down. Even if I don't
Mm-hmm.
always go back to it one time, I always go back. So I write stuff down just to clear my head.
Okay. Okay.
That was like kind of like a cherry on top of the writing because then I
Mm-hmm.
can see something and I just put pictures to it. For a long time I didn't do that,
True.
so I was like, hey, now it's the time. And I did it. I liked it.
And you did it. But do you feel like it was worth your time though to make a vision board?
I felt it was an extra boost. I needed to stay focused. That's for me then.
That's good to
Again,
hear.
doing something and saying you're going to do it is not the same.
Very
And
much true.
if you don't have, like in this case, it's a group of us that did it. you're somewhat kind of bound to what you say and what you put on that paper now because it's like, so what you do about X, Y, and Z? Because we know. So what going on? Our fire is
Sure.
do some that
True.
accountability
True.
that help push you to actually achieve what you say you're going to achieve because you making do it, which is why a lot of people don't
Don't push through.
no there is New Year's resolutions. That was the example I
Ah,
want to give.
yeah.
This is why half of us don't do them because we making them to ourselves in a mirror and ain't got nobody. So ain't nobody know about it.
No
No love lost.
accountability partners.
Okay, so no.
No
And I
accountability
think,
partners then.
yeah.
True,
This
true.
way you got like a little group that gonna be like, hey, you get through, you didn't get through, what went wrong? Blah, blah, blah. Even if you don't get through this year, maybe it might not be this year. But that's also like I say, I leave room for things to happen. If it don't happen
Mm-hmm.
this year, then I just know it come back next time around. That's all.
True, true. But what would you say is different about the drinking tea with V vision board event versus having done it before? What was different about the whole
This
process?
was a focused event on the vision board self. Normally, you're
Mm-hmm.
doing this amongst 10 other attacker or 10 other
Second
uh,
are
uh,
assignments.
yeah, 10 other assignments or 10 other things that you have to get done. It's just a part of whatever going on. This was a focus, like space and time just for you to do this. So anything else that was going on in your chaotic brain, if you have one like me,
Mm-hmm.
had to sit out that day
You
and
have to be
leave
like, no,
room
sat
to
down.
just have
We
fun
doing this. We doing
and
this
do
now.
our little cut, stick, pictures. Yes, it is
True.
help you go like this. New? Okay, yeah, here.
Help you laser focus on actually getting it done.
Yeah, because like I say, saying it is real easy to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and I plan to do this and I plan to do that. And I got a
Mm-hmm.
good bit of people that still follow through at least on half of the stuff. Well, how nice it would be if you could follow through on nearly everything, if not everything. That would be
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Do you remember reading the manifestation manual?
Yeah, I find
Um, without 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 um without giving away too much, what stuck by you the most?
the questions regarding how you think about things and like forcing you to focus on okay, you say you want X, Y, and Z by this question, how you plan to do that, like it is put you in a position to like, oh, but I didn't think about that. Oh, but
So
I
the
didn't think
the
about
prep
this.
so the prep questions as to what you want to put on your vision board exactly.
Yeah, because now, like I have in my head, like let me use the example that we used earlier, the training. Let me say
Mm-hmm.
I want to do training more often in a week,
Mm-hmm.
but I never had in my head like I couldn't visualize what I want to do. I know I need to
Mm-hmm.
do it. I know I want to do it somewhere inside here. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
ah. But then when I start to think about it a little bit more and I start to ask myself why you want to do it, is this something you really need to do or is this something you're just doing because it puts you in a position to question yourself and why you want said thing?
So one of the
That I
things
didn't
were
find
the
in the beginning, if I really be honest, I'd find it a lot. I was like, 21 questions, why? And
it's
then
like
the
no, but
more
it
I
had
kept
a good bit
ahead
of
doing it, it was like,
yeah.
okay, now it makes sense. Okay, you're getting somewhere. So then all of a sudden you start answering them and you're like, hey, this is going better than I thought.
First you were a bit overwhelmed by the amount of work that you had
Mm-hmm.
to put in beforehand
Off the jump. Yep.
of the jump. Okay, okay.
I
That's
don't
why
think
that's why
with
I did
that because let me just be honest. We nobody like homework.
true, true. That's why I
I
tried to
don't
call
care,
it.
I
That's
don't
why I
care
tried to call
how
it something else than homework.
nerdy, I don't care how savvy, I don't care how much you like to read. Nobody like homework. So that's it's just yeah.
But this is working on your dreams work.
It don't matter, it's still homework.
Oh, that's true. Because
It
what
don't
I
matter
realized,
if it's for who, it's homework. We don't like it.
that's true. That's true.
That's why I
Because
had to
that's
do it
why,
one time. The minute you send the things for it, I do it
mhm,
one time. Because if I did wait, I wouldn't have done nothing.
it probably, yeah. because that's I'm curious to see, like, looking back at it. I'm going to see if I get some more interviews from people, but that was the initial knee jerk reaction, because it was like, oh yeah, vision board event, people just think, oh yeah, snip snip, cut cut, stick. No, boo boo, we went
Do the work.
through a process beforehand. That's what I was asking you. I was wondering what's the difference between the other vision board stuff that you did versus this. And I
Yeah, the
come to
prep.
realize
Have the prep.
that a lot of people did not expect the prep work that I gave. And I
Yeah.
think the prep work, the vision board event was awesome.
Yeah,
I had
that
a
was
good time. I had an awesome time. But I feel like the prep work is what made it, that was like the foundation of what you're building.
yeah, but also make it fruitful. It make it feel like you wasn't just doing something for the moment. It
Mm-hmm.
made it feel like okay, this is my guideline to where I say I want to go. It like a blueprint to what you say you want to do. That's like
That's
you
the
want to
idea.
build a house, but you're going in and you're gonna blueprint for this house. What we doing?
Yeah, I wanted a kitchen, I wanted a bathroom, but how big
Yeah,
it
but
is, I don't know.
we don't.
Where it is in the house, mm,
So this is your blueprint now that you set up for
yeah,
this, and to get the blueprint, that was a good prep.
yeah. Okay,
It was
okay.
just in the beginning, I was like, wait a minute, I wasn't ready.
That's why I realized the ones who people were waiting, like I gave a deadline to be able to register, just because I knew that I needed to give people who registered last minute the time to actually do the necessary work to actually be able
Yeah, yeah.
to do the vision board. And that's why people were negating the fact I was talking about the manifestation manual, but it didn't
Like,
exactly register.
mhm.
It's only after, and I realized those who registered last minute, not everybody, because some of them surprised me. I was like, wait, what? You went, listen, boo boo.
No, some of them
I
come
didn't
there
stop there.
ready.
Ready, ready, ready.
Yes.
What?
Give me
I was
ideas
like,
on the spot.
I was so proud of some of the well, all of the attendees,
Uh-huh.
but some went above and beyond. I was like, I did
Yeah.
not even expect that. I was like, if that was me, given the time, I would have most likely be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And but they went all out,
No,
and
they
I
take it to a next
really,
level. It was
yeah,
awesome, by the way,
which
because
is awesome.
say when you're making yours, you're like on the side, like, oh, look at what she's doing. That's so cool. And you're like, wait a minute, I gotta do better than this.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. That's why I understand the thing with the time, because I made my own vision board beforehand that I showed you guys as well. And I was
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did and how I did. I love a visual, and it needs to make sense to me. So I'm like, I spent at least 2 to 3 days just, if I look
Uh-huh. This is why
where
you
time
need to do
process
this.
is
This is why
concerned.
it's critical for them to do the prep work, because then you don't have to
Yes.
sit and think during the moment, because you gotta think
Mm-hmm.
then that eating up time too. So
Yeah.
then it's like, I know if I want that, but I ain't sure, but I don't want not put it, because then no, you had to
Yeah.
have done
You
that
had to have done
before.
the prep work. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if
That is true.
not, then you're inside you're blind.
Mm-hmm. So,
Which makes it a little bit more harder to how you say, to focus and then get it to look like how you really would like it to look.
mhm.
And then if you
Wait,
do it kind of, sorry to say, half-assed, you gonna want to look at this thing, you can take it, roll it up, and chuck
listen,
it.
listen, listen. Oh wait, I just pulled the thing just now closer to me. I gotta get a little up close and personal. I put in that manual, right? I don't do half booty. I do whole booty. I want all the cheeks. I want both the cheeks. I know that. I know that was one of the things. That was one of the things.
Yeah,
That
no half-ass.
people keep talking. Yeah, that's one of the things that people keep talking about me. Like, listen, V, you wrote that manual just the way how you talk, and I read it,
Yes,
and
that was it.
I could
It felt
actually,
personal.
I could hear you talking and saying
Yep,
all of these things. Listen, I want both them cheeks. I want both them cheeks, boo boo. Give me the cheeks. So
definitely.
it
I
was,
like
it
that.
was,
It felt personal then. It didn't feel like I don't know, like a written manual to go and arm up some kind of tabletop or something. Like, no, it was
yeah.
Legit. I liked it.
Okay. That wasn't.
That was
I can't give out too much of the secrets. If listen, you guys, if y'all looking, y'all have had to have done this V style to really have, like you said, the vision board isn't
then
only
she will
about,
speak to you through the thing. Oh,
yes, I speak to you through this
come in.
manual. I speak to you. You can feel it on your spirit. Okay. All of your toes, all of your heartstrings will just be ping, 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 ping. So, um, maybe I should put that in there in the next one too. Ping, 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 ping. Um,
Yeah, but do it with a dude or something on a guitar or cat or something on a guitar. That would be cool.
I'm thinking about maybe doing a digital version of it where I can actually add in, or maybe I was thinking about doing a digital version, or either where I can add in different sounds or sound effects or whatever it is, or
Oh, that
maybe
would be
just do an actual e-course version of the manifestation
so then
manual
we're gonna be
as a
hearing
course
your
itself.
actual voice.
Yes, and I think you're going to be, yeah, if I do the e-course, most likely either you're going to be seeing slides or you're going to be seeing me on the slides or you're going to see me.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
yeah.
I like that.
But that's like the next version. That's the next version. But I'm glad you like the version 1.0. But what did you do with your vision board after the event?
It's still on my wall. What do you mean? What do with it? Girl,
Child, I just asking.
still on my wall. Like, yeah,
Okay, okay,
it needs
okay,
to be someplace where I can see it. I can see it. Just like
okay.
the man can see his. Yeah, we like to
Okay.
see it. Because if you don't see it, out of sight, out of mind.
Thank you, people. Round of applause for this one because that is one of
Very
the
much.
most important things. I said it, but you know when you say something and what people actually do could be two different things. So
Yeah,
that's
because
why I was
you
like,
go home,
what did
pull it
you?
up, and chuck it in a vase somewhere. Excuse you? No.
Yeah, that would be disrespectful for your own vision board. Sorry?
It's on my wall.
Okay. All right, man. On your wall and everything. But that's good. That's good. But
And
so you have it in a vision in a
a
visible
visible.
place. I was thinking visual. I was like visual place, but
No, it's in a visible place.
visible
And I like
place.
that because if I want to change something, as I said I
Mm,
would, I can take it off and put something else.
true. But so
I,
how many times have you looked at it?
I just look at it pretty often, more than I would like to admit. And some things happening slowly, not as fast as I would like, but I still like where
Mm,
it's going. So
okay.
I ain't
So
take
what?
off nothing off it yet, so that's a good sign.
She like I about to remove this, put it over there, like
Yeah, I ain't do
So
that.
that's
I ain't do that.
you see that's because you did the internal work, baby. You did the internal work.
So yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Back in the vision board empty.
So you said that would be like, look, we need to go back to this manifestation manual and get these questions right, because if that was the
All
case,
over again.
then if that was the
Yeah.
case, then I would feel some type of way. I would feel I was like, girl, you ain't did something right. Like I would feel like I had more work to do. I feel like I have more work to do. But then I feel like, listen, we gotta look at this.
Yeah, but that's all that
Feel
always
that.
going to be the case because it's still dependent, like I say, on the person self. Because if the person self choose to not do something, ain't nothing you can do but
This is true. This is true.
that's up to
But
them.
you were
You just
saying
give them the tools and we gotta work with it for them.
that's true. I'm like, baby, this is like a gym because if you don't do the work, boo boo, you ain't gonna see the results.
Yep.
Sorry. But I can give you the tools. I could give you them bars. I could give you them dumbbells. I could give you the kettlebells. I could give you the whole wad workout of the day. If you don't do the workout, boo boo, you ain't gonna see nada. Nothing.
Yep.
So you were talking about your the progress. How do you feel about your progress overall of the goals that you set out?
And after Rona hit, progress went straight to the door. Okay. Anybody was focused on that. I was focused on not knocking people out.
Violence
Focus
is not good.
on the safety of my kid, my family,
Mm.
and try and make sure that I don't come home with nothing. Cause that, listen, for a minute, like I would come home, come in the door,
Mhm.
nobody can come near me. I have to take off my stuff, get myself cleaned up, and
Vent.
once I deal up in bed, and then we could
Mm.
talk. Like, don't speak to me until then, and that was kind of hard because every time I come home, he used to come in and running straight to me and hugging me up. I couldn't do it. For a minute,
Yeah.
it was like you see he heartbreak every time I had to say, "No, stand up, wait."
He's like, but
You
I
see, I could hear his little footstep coming,
love
and yeah, that did mess with me for a minute,
you.
but
Yeah.
that wasn't cool. I didn't like that. And
But
then dealing with
where?
my clients, and yeah, like how they was handling it, that was also very draining. A lot of people was alone and lonesome, and they can't see their family members, the few maybe that they have left, or they can't
Mhm.
see other people because people ain't realizing people wasn't dying from corona panel. People was dying from loneliness.
From
People was dying
loneliness.
from
Yeah.
no contact with other people. They grieve, they get depressed. That's what messing people up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's more important than we like to give credit. Everybody out here talking about a damn virus. The
We
virus
are
is
social.
the fact that
We are
we can't
social.
touch, we
We are
can't
social
see.
beings. Yeah.
Yeah, that
We are
was
social
messing with.
beings.
It had even feel weird going to work. You know how I never see Holland that quiet in my life ever.
It was scary quiet.
Road still.
You remember seeing like
I
even places like
people like
Amsterdam?
people open a so no.
When
It
have
was
you
weird.
ever? When have you ever seen the streets of Amsterdam just empty? It's like
Empty.
you could
Yeah.
actually see the buildings now. You could like
Good.
take a picture of monuments without actually having somebody there or walking
Or
across.
passing right under the camera.
Like when?
Yeah.
When?
Like
So
no. It was
yeah.
weird.
Hmm.
And I just be out really early, so it was even more weird. Because
But
I'm
so how
used to
you
a certain
felt? How you
traffic.
felt like that affected because the question was like, how do you feel about the progress of your goals and stuff like that? You felt like the whole situation just threw it all off. How did you
Yeah.
manage? Okay, do you feel like you're still working on it, or do you feel like you're still more busy working or focusing on just
I
being
feel
okay?
like I get thrown off for a minute because your focus is no longer on the simple stuff. Like, pan on. It was day to day, touch and go. You don't know what happening. I had two scares, well, three scares throughout the whole thing going on. So at
Hmm.
some points, my thought wasn't about training panel. My thought ain't about getting a car later. None of that in your mind. Like no.
Actually,
It
my
was
thought was like,
basic survival.
I, I know what it felt like to have a
I
car
was worried
before.
about me
I was
not
like,
being
I
able
need
to
to get
make
this again.
flour and baking soda and baking powder. Those type of things was on my brain.
Yeah,
Okay.
getting the flour
It was gonna get
because
right.
you couldn't even because in the beginning you
Hey,
couldn't even get like bread and so forth. It was like, no, we need to focus on
nothing.
the essentials. So yeah,
I don't know about
that was
other
tense.
people, but I've already been through a couple of disasters in my life, so
Hmm.
hurricanes and those type of things. So I know it was coming. So thank God that I always prep. But when my
Hmm.
stash now start to go down, then it become a problem because now
Hmm.
in the meantime you're using, but nothing ain't getting replenished. So then is when I just start to get a bit, let me say, tense.
Okay, but do you
And
feel
nobody
like
looking
2020
big.
is still your year?
I don't know if it was my year to begin with. I know I had a lot of how you say, I come into this year with more focus that year.
Okay.
I don't know if it was my year, cause I don't claim no year. I just claim my goals and class. Like the year ain't got nothing to do with it. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I ain't gonna do it, then yeah, then we just don't do it this year. Cause it could be this year, next year, the year after that. A year don't matter. When I
But do
get
you
a
feel
thing
like
done, that's what
but do you
matters.
feel like time constraints also helps you to focusing it on getting it done within a year? You feel like you do more, or do you feel like that pressure
If I
is too
really be
much?
honest about that, no, that just depends on me and what going through at the moment. Because I tend to have a whole lot going on. And most of the time when the whole lot going on is never spaced out, it's all simultaneously going on. So if
Hmm.
it's bad, it's bad, and if it's good, it's awesome. Like that. So I no. I
I think you're
don't, I
going a
don't,
little too low again.
I don't feel like that's the case by
Yeah,
me.
that's perfect. Um, okay. Well, that is, I mean, everybody have their own vision board experiences, and of course, we come into to the year expecting a lot of things, and we got like
Mhm.
curveballs out of
Listen,
this world this year, but
they're still coming.
on they're still coming. And to be honest, I felt like I mean this is about you, but if I'm gonna just tone a little, I felt like the explicit pause that the world has been in for a bit, that was necessary for a lot of people, because as
Yeah,
you were saying in the beginning, people just tend to like go 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 go, and
and
a
it,
lot of
and
things.
it's applauded actually.
Yeah, the go go
Expected,
go, because
applauded.
I'm a go getter, honey. I'm a go getter, and I speak that way too. I be like, let's get it, go 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 go. Come on, it can't get any faster when it was supposed to be done yesterday, but today is a good day. But
Mhm.
so I tend to be like that, so I can be tense where that's concerned too. But I felt like the pause was welcome, because then I, without knowing, I went through a lot of the questions that were already in the manual, and did some more a deeper dive into a lot of things, and it's been healing. Um, it's been messy. It's been hurtful. It's been painful, but it was still all necessary and all good towards healing the broken parts, and really shedding light on things that you just bury because of busyness, or that I buried. Let me take personal responsibility. That I buried because of busyness, and so
Yeah,
yeah, I was doing the work myself. So
I
in
think
that
everybody's
sense,
supposed to do the work.
yeah, because when you didn't have to go anywhere. For some people, work paused. For others, work didn't pause. But it was still a general sense of calm that you were forced into. So that caused a lot of that caused a lot of reflection. So that was that.
At one
It
point,
was it was necessary.
at one point I remember being a little bit resentful at the ones who get to be home though, because I was like, for a minute, I was like, listen, if I don't see a
Yeah,
vacation
you
soon,
you were
like,
you were you were a little salty. You were a little
listen,
salty.
all out here calling people out here still annoying. Are you home? Shut down, shut up,
Like all you
figure it
gotta
out.
do. It's like people in the
You
second
don't got
in
to do
the in
nothing,
the
by the
first and
way.
second
You
World
have
War had to
to.
go. Yeah, all you had to do was stay home
Mm-mm.
and just stay home.
Be like what?
Yeah.
No.
But so overall, would you recommend making a vision board?
Yeah, I still think it's something that would be really, it would be really focus giving then.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to use the word motivating because I don't believe that motivation is something that comes from outside in. I believe it's something
Mm-hmm.
that's come from inside out. I
Yeah.
believe you can be inspired by, but motivation
Mm-hmm.
is a that's a self journey type of thing. That's something you gotta do or not do.
Mm-hmm.
But it is
An
help to
internal process, you mean?
yeah, because yeah, I either motivated or I ain't. Simple as that. How bad you want it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also believe in being very honest about that. Because if I ain't want something at this point in time, I could better put my focus to something else.
True.
So I don't believe in beating yourself over the head because something ain't work out. Yeah, then it ain't work out. On to the next thing, we focus and do something else. Put a pin in it for a minute, come back later. But go back though.
True.
Some people don't go back at all. It is like,
Good.
"Whoop,
Go back to
forgot.
it.
Yeah.
We let
But I
we let
feel like this would
we
be
let
really good for people who realize that they keep making like goals and somehow they don't achieve them or they skip over
Mm-hmm.
them or they just get lazy and stop. So maybe you
Mm-hmm.
cut through halfway and just stop. This would be something to help.
Okay. Or would you
because it's give you
recommend doing? Would you recommend, because you have people making vision boards, or would you specifically recommend doing the drinking tea with V steps of making a vision board?
well, yeah. I would tell them how I experienced it, and I had a ball. So, and after,
Despite the
as you say,
homework parts.
as you say, Auntie Rona, after she come along, just slap a wrench and everything. That was kind of
Mm,
something that I still could have looked at it. It's still on my wall, so it just keep reminding. Like I say, outer sight, outer mind. It wasn't outer sight;
mm.
it was still in sight and in mind. So I would
What do you
recommend it.
felt?
Just
What do you feel like was the added value of my process versus having done other versions before?
like I said, the prep.
The prep is all in the prep.
Yeah, because it getting you ready for what you say you're going to do, and then you could
Hmm.
always go back and go over those things should you choose to.
Yeah.
It's not a one-off something. It's something you have, and then you can always use it in other situations.
Okay. Um, just keeping in mind um, that I don't know how everything is going to work out. And I don't know how everything is going to play out from here on out. And I'm keeping that still in mind. I know the favorite part for a lot of people were just the actual doing it and coming together and actually
Yeah,
doing it together. But would you consider doing it digitally?
I would like to know how that would look. How would that happen? Like what we would be doing.
It's pretty much like I say. That's why I figured it um, to do the manifestation manual differently to feel like it's more interactive to still give that more personal than it already was before, and
But then
and
that
you
would be
come
a
together you
one-on-one
come
thing.
together digitally as well. No, not a
But that would
one-on-one
be one.
thing, but then we come together visually like via Zoom or Skype or any
Oh,
other digital platform, and everybody is in their own homes, and then everybody gather their stuff and do it that way.
well, I don't mind that because I know if I have to do it, I could regulate. But I don't know if that's going to be a handy thing for everybody. Is another way to access if this stupid Rona don't let up because then you don't have to do
Yeah,
it that way. But I open to it, but I know of that handle because I don't know in how is it?
even
I don't
overseas
know
and like
how
I want to be a
handy.
part of it. I want to be a
No,
part of it,
yeah,
but
that would be cool because people know who couldn't make it for X amount of readings, whether it's distance
mhm,
or whatever, they could also take
yeah,
part. So not nobody going to be left out.
mhm.
So actually, that now I think about it, that's pretty cool because then other people who maybe couldn't make it that day would have been able to do it. So
Yeah, that's what
yeah, that would be
I was
really
more
cool.
thinking on that, and also making sure to keep everybody safe because, like you say, you're an essential worker, and a lot of people also want to feel more at peace during the whole thing, and then
Yeah.
especially the time of year in general, which vision boards are really more of a focus. I feel like
Mhm.
a good mid year check in is good too to make sure, or maybe even quarterly,
Yeah,
um,
I like the quarterly
to
because
it keeps
listen,
you more on track.
in the space of 3 months to 4 months, y'all see what happened?
We saw, but that's why we
Please
need to
stop.
focus on the possibilities. We need to focus on the possibilities to be able to still make it happen without jeopardizing people. So I figured like, okay, I want
Everybody
to,
help, yeah.
yeah, to make sure that
That
everybody's
would be a
okay. I don't want to put people in compromising positions just to attend an event. I mean, listen, it's
but
mind
based on how
opening is focus giving it's all the things, but hey, why not?
yeah, but based on how we would set up the day of the vision board party, we were
Hmm.
social distancing already.
Because the papers were big, they were huge. So
Just a little bit more. Yeah,
wait, you're cracking up. You're
exactly.
cracking up a little
So
bit.
actually,
Sorry, can
we
you
will be
repeat again?
completely
Wait, wait,
fine.
wait, wait, wait.
You can hear me now?
You were cracking. Either
We
I
good?
cracking up or you were cracking up. Now I can hear you better. Yeah.
I hear you just fine. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, it was cracking up on this end, so I didn't really hear what you were saying.
Oh, no, I was saying that we was just fine. We was corona ready. We just didn't know. We
That's
wasn't
true.
that close to each other. We had enough space, and everybody you needed like room, our room to set up this big paper and things. So we were
Mm-hmm.
good. If you look at it that
Mm-hmm.
way, we were actually social distancing before the thing start.
From the get.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, then
so that was really good.
if we're gonna do a physical event, it would have to be somewhere where it have more space, or even the space that we had was fine. But we're gonna
Yeah,
see.
we could just
We will see how
maybe
we'll
do something bigger.
resume. We'll see how we resume the whole thing. But
Okay,
yeah. So this
I'm
is
open to it.
sorry,
I'm open to it.
you're open to it. Oh, that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So we're about almost an hour in, shy 4 minutes, 3 minutes, shy of an hour. Yeah, I know when the conversation is sweet, just like how the vision
This
board event just flew by. This hour just flew by.
see, this is what has happened to the time. This is what has happened to the time.
Exactly. So now I definitely know, yo, we need more time. At least a 4 to 5 hour event. If possible, I'll even block a whole day and then add like lunch and stuff like that, if possible. If it's
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
like an event, I feel like that. Also, besides the whole coming together and stuff like that, I feel like doing it together was the cool thing. And number
yeah.
two is like just being able to meet new people. You know, I I'm gonna say a bad word now, networking. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's actually just meeting people and connecting. I feel like connecting is, especially in this time, it's become even more valuable.
More necessary than we think. It's
Yeah, so
way
it's a part of it.
necessary.
So even if we connect digitally and have digitally, I'm also gonna have to do more time, because then we could just come together, check in with each other, have more of the talking back and forth, so we can actually connect, even though we're not physically in the same room. I would have more time to also connect um,
But the
digitally as well.
check-ins, you're still going to do them, or that will come
Um,
next time around.
well, this is a check-in. This is a check-in. But what I
Okay.
was thinking about doing is actually creating a group to be able to do like a monthly situation. But due to all of this that's been going on, yes, I had to hone in and focus and do a lot of work myself.
Yeah.
In that sense, even though I was predominantly in La Casa most of the times, my mind was still going 10 knots an hour, and I had to pivot on a lot of ideas that I had. My website is live.
Yes, I saw.
Hey, 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 hey,
Congratulations.
hey, hey. So the website is live. So that was one of the projects that was going on as well. I was looking forward to an actual bigger conference project, which I was also working on. But because of all of this, I had to pivot in a lot of different areas. Also, we're planning and doing so. It was, my mind was full. Even
As
though I
most
took
of us.
time to do the deep dive in, which took a lot of time, but in the background I was still busy, and I realized that now wasn't the right time to take on that project, because I felt
Okay.
like, just for mental health reasons,
Yeah.
that was a better thing. So
Choice.
I do have to apologize where that is concerned, because I feel like I said something and I didn't make good on it. So I do
Okay.
have to apologize in that area.
Yeah, because
But
I was looking forward to that. And also, I was kind of looking forward to hear from the other ladies and see where everybody was at. And yeah, the little check-in.
mhm, yeah. So maybe we can do check-ins in a different fashion. Maybe that not do a group where everybody would. Well, I would still think about it, because the idea that I had was a subscription based thing that you could subscribe and also pay your monthly fees for it, because that would also enable me to put in a lot more work. Because guess what? Your girl is an entrepreneur. Your girl is a freelancer. So if it's gonna take up time, it's gonna also have to bring in something for me to be able to live
Huh.
and give a lot more. So in that
Okay.
sense, everything can't be free. It cannot be
Yep.
free
Understood.
because I give my all when I give something. So in that sense, I wanted to make it good, and I feel like this is also another excuse. I don't want to I don't want to stall it too much longer. Um,
Yeah.
Wanting to have it perfect, especially in this
Yes.
time. I felt like yes, that's one of my things. So I'm it's definitely something that I have I'm gearing up for. I don't want to give it a time limit because I know I have a time limit. I'm not gonna
Oh,
mention a time limit. I have a time limit for myself.
yes.
Smart goals, I point all fingers
Accountability.
point back to me. But I don't want to leave another year pass by without having done it.
Okay.
So that's
So
why I'm
it's
doing the
something you're still
digital.
working on.
Yes, it's something I'm still working on. Definitely, definitely. Because I feel like we need some more of this. I feel like on a broader scale, it would have uh, a better impact.
Yeah, I think
So
it would. And I think is more necessary than we even realize. And maybe once
because
it gets rolling, you're gonna see what I'm talking about.
yes, because consistency was one of the things, but one of the C's that I mentioned in the manifestation manual is also community, in which you would have your accountability partners to be able to
Mhm.
keep you to the goals. Because
Keep
I
you
realized
reeled
that
in.
even keep you focused and keep you really working on it, because we tend to negate the promises we make to ourselves.
Yep.
So when you tell it to somebody else, you're like, no, I said this. So
Now
I
you
know
feel
that that
more of a pressure
person,
to do it.
yeah, so I feel like that person is holding me accountable to it. So I cannot slack off. Like when I
Yeah.
was doing the workout and I did it consistently with accountability partners, like more than one, I did the workout. Like I was tired. I mean, you saw it. Like it
Mhm.
was almost 12 o'clock. And I'm like, no, I need to get this working tonight. Tonight is a half an hour and it still counts because it's still going to be today.
Yeah, but you
It
do
was
it though. That
crazy.
was the whole
I
point.
did it. I did it. I feel like I slack off and I gained some couple of Corona kilos in the wrong places again. But that's okay. That's why I definitely want to keep that whole accountability thing going. Also for you vision board ladies, because I know how important it is.
It
I know
helps a lot.
I experience it myself.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I
So
like it.
this is I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy when you're happy. I'm happy. And like I say, I really mean it when I say I want to see you win. If I've ever told you, anybody listening, anybody looking, if I've ever told you I want to see you win, I mean it. Like I don't use words all willy nilly. Like this is a thing for me. That's part of my purpose. So if I've told you that to your face, please believe that I mean every single word that I said. So yeah, this is it. We're just shy
Ah,
over an hour. So I'm sorry to have to leave, but I think everybody's definitely gonna enjoy this
yes,
conversation
because
about
we've
for
been
the mid-year
waiting.
check-in. Yes, I see the
Been
finger. I,
waiting.
I, see, I see the
We've
finger.
been waiting.
Waiting for the world to change. Keep on waiting. Hey. No, we gonna change the world because we have the power within ourselves to do it. So
We are already doing that.
we are. We are. So by just shedding your positive light, you are already changing the world and making it a better place.
Yep.
Because you can't have too many crimpusses and sourpusses out here in these streets.
No,
So
we have
shine your light back home.
so
So yeah,
shine some
be
light on
on
the
the lookout
darkness.
for real. We can be a little salt, hey, be a little
I
light
remember that.
in this darkened world, shining bright.
Right. I remember that.
So yeah. People tell me I sing too much. Listen, my brain functions with music. Accept me for who I am. This is the part of me. The kid says, "Are you singing again?" He's always like, "So
You
why
get
why
used to
why
it.
are you singing it again? Do you have to make a song out of everything?" But yeah, I have a
And two
little bit
minutes
left.
later, he humming. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
same thing that I was singing. But let's cheers to the rest of 2020 that most, if not all, of our heart's desires come true.
Yes.
Cheers!
Bang it
Chin
out.
chin! Cheers. Go sip it. Check, 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 check. So yes, cheers to the juice tea that we had today. Forest fruit, forest fruit juice tea. But yeah, it's tropical waves up in these streets. Ma, it's
It's heat.
damp.
Yes, ma'am.
We damp over here. I just be like,
Listen,
I want to put up my hair.
you can
I
see
try to be
the
cute.
fan right there, like right there. It's a
Oh,
reason
I can't
why
hear the
I
fan, so
try
that's a
my
good
best
thing.
to stay in this little, you know.
There's a yeah.
Right there.
A little secret, right? I ain't gonna show y'all, but I'm just gonna tell you. Like, this is the upper half. Down here, ain't really got that much clothes. Like this, yeah.
we no, we camera ready. That's it. No need for
from
explanation.
from this side up. But
We understand.
so yeah, the heat got your girl. I won't get into this like right now. So y'all be fabulous, stay fit, have a fantabulous week, and we gonna catch up real soon. Mwah. Deuces. Bye.